Hello everyone, this is Vanessa, and the reason I'm doing this video is to talk about some of the things that I'm going through. Now, some are brave to talk about it, some people are not. I've been the one that's just been quiet. I've just been talking about brief and little things I'm going through. We have to wait on a few things, so I figured I'll talk about what's happening. Okay, let's start from the not totally to the beginning, but let's start what transpired to everything. Okay, so I was supposed to go into work one morning. This has been going on for 5 months, and I was in really severe pain in my back. Went to the doctor, just give me a few medicine, give me a couple weeks off, should go back to work. I was no in shape or form to go back to work. I started on a little bit of physical therapy on land, which is normal physical therapy. So I did that. It didn't seem to help. So when it came up to be evaluation, it didn't seem like it was doing much. Then I was scheduled to see a specialist and try all the little things to see if that would help. No, nothing else really did much, because all she did was, my primary doctor, all she did was pour me on medicine, see how it goes, and thinking that it'd be short and then it'd be done and over with. Okay, so with that said, she said, okay, let's try a different medication, see how it goes. Did that, and still not getting nowhere. And then she decided to not let me see a specialist at that moment, because she thought that this was a temporary, small little thing I'm just going through and I should be better. On top of that, I had to be on short-term leave from work, and that was nothing but a hassle. I had to keep sending in reports and all this other fun stuff, and the doctors were sending things in and blah blah blah, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay, so now it comes to the day I see the specialist. I saw him. He was real nice. I even told him some of the medication that I was on. Some of it didn't, or I should say, like the things that she was starting me off with wasn't helping, so I went on with that. And what I'm struggling with, I've been struggling with ever since I was a kid, but, or I should say when I was a younger little girl. And I wasn't told to follow up or anything, because to live my life and things should be okay, because everything balanced out. I should have nothing to worry about unless I'm like way up there in age, like I'm talking like 60s, 80s, in that age group. Okay. So here I am, I'm still young, and didn't think nothing out of the ordinary until this all came and flared up and a bunch of stuff going on. So I see the specialist, and I told him what my primary doctor has done. I told him that half the things were not working, and then when I did start physical therapy, the physical therapist said that it can take longer for things to start going the way they should. And so I also told him that there is a medication that I refuse to take, because I'm not going to take it, because my primary doctor, the day I was supposed to see the specialist, right, I know I did see the specialist, but the day before I had to see her, and she prescribed me medicine, because sometimes if you're in pain too much, your brain kind of gets confused of the pain levels, and gets confused of pain and misinterprets pain wrong. And I know I was hurting. I couldn't get that out of your, I mean, come on, if you pinch yourself, it hurts. If you I don't know, bite yourself or scratch yourself, it hurts. Like, depends on like how deep, well, of course how hard you like scratch and stuff. So it does hurt. You bang yourself on something, you get bruised, it hurts. I mean, I don't know how else to put it in that term. And then she was talking about the medication I'm going to put you on. It can also be that you're a little bit depressed or a little bit anxiety. Nah, even when I was going through this, I was not depressed or anxiety. I was wanting to get better, and I wanted to get better faster than it was going. But that's because I was wanting it to come and go. And sometimes that doesn't happen. And it wasn't happening then. So I see the specialist, and I told him I'm concerned about the medicine that she wanted me to put on for anxiety and depression. And then she was telling me that I'm not saying it's going to be bad, but she said it definitely would not make you eat. And it said also on the bottle, but she told me that she knows experience and with this medication that it definitely will not make you eat, and it will make you vomit. Okay, I know I'm a little myself, but why the heck would I want to take something if it's not going to make me hungry when you need something to eat anyway, and you have to force yourself to eat? Because she even said that you have to force yourself to eat. Well, why would I want to take something when I have to force myself to eat, and then I'm doing nothing but vomiting? Doesn't make sense to me why they even do that. So I even told her, no, I refuse to take it. And I said, I already told the specialist that I refuse to take it. At the moment, I'll speed up and go into that. So the specialist says, he kind of like smiled like, yeah, I understand what you're talking about. I get it. He's like, no, of course. And he said, no, I don't want you to take that at all anyway. Because he's like, no, I can totally tell there's chaos going on with your pain. And he goes, I already understand it. Okay, what's the other issue? Okay, the insurance that I have. If the type of doctor I need, if they take the insurance, it's only to work on elbows, joints, knees, stuff like that. You know, like that kind of stuff. They don't treat what I specifically have. And if they do not take the insurance. Like if they do treat what I need, they don't take the insurance. But the ones that do take my insurance, they don't treat what I have. So it's vice versa. Okay, so we find out that a doctor that I do need, I have to wait till October. Well, October is coming around the corner now, but I've been on the waiting list since March of this year. Yeah, no time. No kidding. But, so I'm still on the waiting list for that. It's for an orthopedic doctor I need to see and go from there. Okay, so the specialist, he asked me if I'd seen an ortho. No, because I explained to him the situation and what we're facing, which is the insurance. And then if they do take the insurance, they don't treat what I have. And then if they don't take my insurance, then they are the ones that treat that what I need. So it's back and forth. Okay, so he said okay to that. And he said he's going to try me on new medication and stop taking the other ones, and do not take the one that my primary doctor recommended me to take. So he was up for that too. So he said, no, don't even start it, don't even do it. So I didn't, and I told him what Okay, so now we're up into speed. I see my primary care. In the meantime, I'm still doing physical therapy, but I'm doing physical therapy on land, and I'm doing aquatic therapy, which is in the water. So I'm doing regular therapy, and then I'm doing therapy in the water. That helped. That was helping. And I told my primary doctor that too, or my primary doctor and my specialist that was helping and seemed to be going. He said, okay. Alright, so my primary doctor, she asked me what the medication I'm taking, so she already saw the list, but she wanted to know which one I stopped taking, which was provided me to stop taking, and I told her I definitely was not taking the one that she recommended. She said, no, I see that in the report. She's like, no, I see that. So she was fine with that. And then I think at the time she didn't know exactly how to treat me or how to take care of things or what was really happening. My primary doctor, that was my primary doctor. The specialist doctor, yes, he knew what I was going through, what I needed, so he got it, so he sent over the report, and then that's when her whole attitude changed. Because before, her attitude was just horrible. And then her attitude changed when she was knowing that something serious was happening to me. Then she was trying to see what else she could do and progress from there. And then there was a few times that I had to get authorized for physical therapy for watering land, so I had to do that. So she put that in. Okay, and now we're up to speed. So I see her September 12th. And for follow-up and checkup and how things are going. And I recently turned back to work not too long ago, which is about 2 weeks ago. And they're starting me 2 days a week for right now. Different hours, like between 2 and 2.5. That way it doesn't go overwhelming. And I'm doing light duty, and I'm very, very thankful for my job to take the strong restrictions that I have, because I have really, really strong restrictions. So they was being nice enough to accept it, and I'm very thankful for that. Okay. So when I, before this, last week I got a phone call. Something needed to get picked up because I already had it processed through. So 2 weeks ago, I was called, and it was the office of my specialist doctor, and he said that he has a type of brace that he wants me to go see this other doctor and see what he says and what he might think and stuff like that. So we get the brace started, but it can't be completed until it's approved and those other stuff is notified and everything like that, and all the other stuff that comes along with it, because I can't just have on Thursday saying for us to pick it up. There's some adjustments that has to be done a little tiny bit, but give it about a week and see how it goes. And yeah, so brace is completed. It came home. So what is it that I have? I'm pretty sure some of you are asking right now, what is it? What is it? With all the stuff that you're going on. Okay, so with your spine, you have nerves, you have your vertebrae, and you have muscle. Well, I have muscle and nerve issues going on with my spine. But what caused it? Is it a sprain? No, it's not a sprain. Okay, is it something else that you might have done, like pulled or anything like that? No. I have scoliosis. And scoliosis is not something that you want to mess with. And sometimes people can live their life and never bothers them ever. Some, it bothers them when they're younger, like when they're a child, and never bother them again. Or sometimes if they have it as a child, they go many, many, many years without any issues, and those sudden issues transpire and you got chaos. So that's what happened to me. It transpired, and so yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with right now. The November 15th, I have physical therapy and water, and then I'll probably have a few more appointments and stuff, and where I'm back to work, so they have to have all the document of doctors I have and all the appointments and stuff like that. So it's a lot to take in. Alright, so what I want to show you, this is custom fitted, custom made. Like I said, it's completed. But this here is my brace. This is my brace. This is front of the brace. This is the back of the brace. Yes, this whole brace is just for little old me. And I'll be putting it on here soon anyway, because I have to wear it for, until I can get comfortable with it, but I have to wear it for a few hours and stuff like that. It's a long process. So this here is for me. So now I got my brace. Is it comfortable? No way. No way, Jose. I mean, it's not gonna ever be comfortable, but it prevents it from me from coming, leaning over even a little bit, or hunched over a little bit. Before all this, I was like completely like, almost like all the way hunched over. But this is gonna prevent from certain things happening. Is it gonna stop it? No, and there's no way of stopping or slowing it down, or try to, because you can't stop scoliosis and you can't slow it down. And you definitely can't just easy fix and be like, okay, there you go, you're done. No, it doesn't work that way. If some people have surgery, it's a steer rod in their back, because where I mine balanced out, there was really no worrisome and stuff like that, and I was never told to follow up or anything because it balanced itself out. Sometimes that happens, so then you have no issues. So those that have surgery, they have a steer rod in their back. I thought when they do a steer rod in the back, I just thought it was a steer rod in your back to try to, make you straighter and stuff like that. And I knew it was intense surgery because it's all in your spine. What I did not know, and I read up on this, they also have to move your organs around because nothing's even, which I knew that because my hips are not even. Like, I have one that's a little bit higher than the other and stuff like that. I was able to hide it for years. Nobody would ever notice because I didn't let it get to me. And yeah, there's a few times you have like little aches and pains like anything else, but nothing to transpire like how it hurts all the time and it's random. Yeah, of course it hurts random too, but different peaks. Nothing like this. So yeah, there's some things that are off balance and stuff like that. Well, they have to move your organs around and stuff like that if you do surgery, and when they put the steer rods in your back. So it's not, I knew it wasn't easy surgery, but it's definitely not easy. Definitely not at all. So yeah, it's just for me to have better posture because I lost a little bit of that, and then now you can tell that I have it, so I can't hide it now. That's the thing. Like, can't hide it now. It's there. Running by hiding it before, like, you just never noticed it because it wasn't as, you noticeable, like, if I was wearing a swimsuit or something like that, or a tank top, but, like, t-shirt, whatever, no, nothing. Never really noticed it or looked at it. Now, here's the other thing I discovered. I didn't know there's a difference between an S scoliosis and a C scoliosis. What's the difference? The both scoliosis is just when you have a C, it's just a big giant C, so your back is just curved as a big, like, C, so it's like, so let's just say it curves down, like, so this right here be your whole spine, because it's straight. So with the C, it goes down, then around, and it might have, like, a little dip here, but nothing like that. With an S scoliosis, you're curved from the top all the way down. It can look like a big S, or it can go like this, and then have, like a higher top, and then low part of the bottom, or vice versa, low on top and high in the bottom, or it would just be like a squiggly type of thing. But I'm curved. I have an S scoliosis, so I'm curved, and that's pretty much the worst one to have, is it S. So yeah, not fun to mess with either. So that's what's going on with me. Definitely not fun, and it's not something you want to brag about because it's nothing to even say, oh, you have it. Well, nah, it's not that way. So, and I can still do things, but I have to do it differently, which I'm fine with that. I've been very accepting. Sometimes it's very hard to accept. I'm for time for others, or they don't want to accept it at all. I always wondered and thought, how would I ever cope, or how would I even tolerate it? I don't even think twice about it anymore. I'm just accepting what is and try to get it best to being the way it was. I might not be fully there, or I never happen to be fully there, but I'm willing to accept it and just happy that I can still do things little here and there. So I'm being very, very acceptable. I've always been the one that was always acceptable. And no, I've never been depressed through all this. I know sometimes that can happen in anxiety. I get what my primary doctor was saying, but that was not in my case. Just not me. But I am being, acceptable. I've been doing things still, not everything like I once did, but I'm able to, accept it, do little things here and there, and if I can do it, I do it differently, like different ways of doing it. And if I can't do it at all, it's just something little I cannot do, so it's not like, oh my gosh, no, it's not like that. I just have to slowly get myself up there, So much strength-wise, and my strength from before to now, it has gotten stronger. I still got work to do though, of course. It's a slow process, but yeah. I'm being very acceptable. I've been acceptable through this whole thing. I'm hoping this is just a temporary thing and not a permanent thing. But I still be willing to accept whatever what is. I know you have to be that way anyway, but that's just me. So everybody tolerates things differently. There's a few things I wish I got to do before if I'd known all this. Like there was certain things I like to do before that I couldn't, you know. What I mean is that if I wanted to go on roller coaster, no way. There's only a few roller coasters I like anyway, but none of those big high runs or anything that goes upside down. No, did that. But there's other rides I like to go on that doesn't have to go upside down or anything like that. But it's okay. So I'm taking what is. So that'd be it for this video because I already explained everything. So that's what I'm going through. And everybody take care and have a wonderful day. Bye. See you next time. Oh, by the way, happy Labor Day weekend and the day after Labor Day. So everyone take care.